Hello everybody, welcome to Holy Shit, Car Repair in My Area is Expensive. So this is Ocala Garage, welcome if you've never been here before. Today I'm going to replace, or at least try to replace, the upper control arms on both sides of my 2011 Audi Q5. So I took it to a shop because the steering wheel was kind of shaking a little bit and there was noise when I was turning the wheel and backing out and whatever. It's kind of been that way for a while, but it's gotten significantly worse lately. So I took it to a shop, they diagnosed it, and they said, okay, it's your upper control arm, it needs to be replaced, it'll be $1,000. I was like, you know what, fine, just go do it. And then they called me back, and they're like, yeah, we were wrong. There's actually two upper control arms, and so it's gonna be $2,000 for the repair. And I was like, God, these upper control arms are super expensive. I was like, okay, fine, whatever, it's there. It's more than I want to spend. So I told them, go ahead and do it. Then they called me back and they're like, yeah, so we have to do both sides. So $2,000 for the other side. So a total of $4,000 now. So I went from going, okay, fine, it's $1,000 to now it's $4,000 to repair these or replace the upper control arms. So I told them, we're done, just give me my car back. I gotta think about this, this is super expensive. So I did some research online and I found from FCP Euro, I will try to link it below if I remember. Both sides, an upper control arm kit, which is really just the two arms and then the pinch bolt. And maybe a washer or two, I'm not really sure what else is in there. I think it was $200-ish. Like I said, I'll link to below which part I got. FCP Auto was great. They're super fast with delivering it. I think it was like a week or so. Good communication from them. I haven't opened the package yet, obviously. You'll see, I'll open that in a minute. But we're gonna give it a try. In my research, I discovered that really replacing the upper control arms is pretty simple. It's two bolts. It's a pinch bolt and then a bolt that holds the upper control arm where it swivels up and down. So there's a total of 3 bolts. However, the pinch bolt can be a nightmare. So we're gonna see how bad of a task it's gonna be to get that out. I've seen one guy who just loosened it up and tapped it right on out and it was fine. But I suppose if you live in like a northern climate, you know, Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, Michigan, whatever, wherever in the world you are, if they use salts and different things on the road, if you're in a very dirty climate, that stuff can get into that pinch bolt and make it a nightmare to get out. I'm in Northern Virginia, so we'll see. I've got a torch ready, I've got a big old hammer ready, I got a few other things. I've already kind of hit it with PB Blast, both sides. So we'll see. Let me go ahead and grab the camera down and I'll show you kind of the tools I think I'm gonna need and where we're at in the vehicle. So hang on. All right, so the tools that I think I'm gonna need, I've got a few socket wrenches, an extender bolt, I've got a 16mm socket, actually 2 of them. I have a 5/8 wrench or 2 because I can't seem to find my 16mm wrenches. The 16mm should be the only size I need. I've got some antifreeze. I've got this little fork thingy that should help unseat the control arms from the crush pin thing. And I've got a hammer, bigger hammer, and I have a torque wrench for torquing everything down at the end. And I've got some safety glasses. So here's where we are. This is the pinch bolt. So this holds down these 2 control arms here, and then I've got 16mm nut and bolt and nut and bolt. So what I'm going to do is we're going to loosen this. I might film it and we'll see what a nightmare this is to get out, and we'll go on from there. All right, that's loosened. This should spin, but it's not. So that means it's stuck in there. So I'm going to loosen this nut a little bit more. And let's see. As we're going to try to turn this, I suppose. That's in there pretty good. All right, let's take a little whack at it with the hammer. All right, not moving. Still not moving. Okay, well, off camera, I'm gonna do some heat and some more lubricant and keep beating. So we'll see how this goes. And success. Okay, so what did it take? It took heat, PB Blast, sledgehammer, these wrenches in here, crushing the hell out of this, the nut that was on there. So I was beating the snot out of it. So I loosened this till it was at the very end of the bolt, and then sledgehammered the heck out of it, PB Blast, heat, finally got it moving, was twisting it with the actual 16mm ratchet. Once I got it out far enough that I could fit this channel lock in, then I was able to use that to pry as I was spinning the bolt. Then I got more space, so I used this larger crescent wrench, and then a combination of crescent wrench, channel locks, that wrench, and then I found this little dude lying around because I don't have any good punches. So once I got that bolt to recess, into here, I used that because it fit and hammered the hell out of it. And then of course I got this in far enough and it got stuck, so I had to hammer back. Anyway, they are not kidding when they talk about that pinch bolt possibly being a nightmare. But it's off. So, whew, I'm going to take a break. And then I'm going to come back and loosen the nuts on the actual control arms and get those off. And I'll get that on film. Hopefully it won't be terrible. But I'm going to hit them with some more PB Blast and take a minute to get some refreshments. And then I'll be back. For you guys, it'll be just a second. All right, that's not going to fit. Shucks. All right, so let's see. Well, that's loosened, but now it's spinning on the other side, so I don't know if my arms are in the way, but you guys don't necessarily need to see exactly what I'm doing here. This isn't rocket science. It's barely mechanical engineering. Not even mechanical engineering. Now we need to get these dudes off. And that one's kind of coming out, but be just about off. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I do not have anything supporting underneath this. I don't have anything directly supporting underneath this, so I'm going to put a jack under here to hold that up just in case everything just falls apart. Also, since they gave this stuff to me for free, I'm using some of this Super Clean Floor Absorbent. So we'll see how that does down here with all the stuff that I've spilled. So shameless plug. All right, let me go get a jack. All right, we got a jack supporting the hub now. So there we go, that one's out. Oh, look at all the crud in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's crud. All right. They're out. This is kind of falling over. I think we're okay though. All right. Now, we still in frame. Okay. Got this little little metal file, not a round file. So I'm just going to come in here and just kind of do a little cleanup. Shits and grins. Get in the hole. That's what she said. Alright, so it's still a little tight. You can see what this pin looks like though. Alright, so it's got these little notches. So this is a particular type of a bolt. So you need to make sure you order the right thing. Alright, so a little more cleaning. Alright, that's better. Do a little bit more. Alright, so the way this bolt works is, see these thicker parts here are what hold on to that little groove here in the control arm. So when we put this all back together, I need to make sure the control arms are properly seated. All right, I'm going to remove these off camera, and I will get the other ones on, kind of in the same condition, just finger tight. All right, so I got these two dudes on. I left them loose, but tight enough so that these will kind of stay where they belong. So I'm going to take some of this NIC's lubricant. I'm going to put it on these dudes, and then I'm also going to put it on the pinch pin here, so that hopefully, ah crap, I just realized I used the original nut instead of a new one. I should swap that out. Alright, anyway. I'm going to talk about brand new thing of lubricant, NIC's, right? So the cap is sealed off. Some people don't realize that there's a little pokey thing in here, and you use that to pierce the hole in the jar. So no using nails and stuff. It gets you kind of the right size hole, and yeah. So let's get a little bit on this here. Get that all the way around. Nice. Is there enough for this side? maybe touch more. Yeah, close this up. Now let's see if I can get these. Oh, that was really kind of easy. Okay. All right. Jack this up a little bit more. All right, get some anti-seize onto the pinch pin. Okay. Look at this, kind of rubbed all around. I don't know if I'm, there we go, get you in frame. Get the anti-seize all around, and hopefully this will make this job a little bit easier next time. There's that. All right, before I go too much farther, I'm going to take out this nut and replace it with the new one, since I didn't do that first time. After that, I'm going to adjust I'm going to lift up the hub here so that we're about ride height, and then I'm going to torque these down. This is 40 Newton meters, which is about 30 foot-pounds, and these in the back are 50 Newton meters, so about 35 foot-pounds, and then 90 degrees. So you tighten to 50 foot-pounds, and then another quarter turn. All right, so my battery ran dead when I was torquing down the bolts, and I don't think you really need to see me torquing things down. Just make sure you remember 40 Newton meters for the pinch pin, and then 50 Newton meters plus 90 degrees for the top part of the control arm. So all in all, the job wasn't too bad. That pinch pin was a pain in the ass to get out. Probably took me a half an hour of heat and PB blast and hammering and prying and whatnot, but it did come out. Some people have a much better luck, and some have much worse luck. So if you're gonna do this job yourself, just be prepared. That's it, that's a wrap. So it's all done. Oh, one other thing. So when I took this to the shop, I hate shops because they never torque the lug nuts down properly. I had to get out my breaker bar and put some good effort into loosening the lug nuts, because I always over torque the hell out of the lug nuts, and it really makes me angry, because especially on Audis and BMWs and cars like that, it can actually mess up the rotor if you over torque the lug nuts. So anyways, just a quick rant. So got the wheel on, torqued the lug nuts down 105 foot-pounds. Once you're done with this job, you do need to take it in and get it realigned. You have to do an alignment after you replace the control arms. So don't forget to do that. Hit me up with any comments, questions, thoughts, ideas, and thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.